It's Scriddle time. We are on Scriddle 23, I think. Scriddle 23. Let's see. Oh, there's a star thing here. What's this? Oh. We draw stars. It's not click and drag. There's a thing that says 2 stars. What could it mean? What could it mean? Hmm. 2 stars per room? What do we see about the rooms? The rooms are... We've got some pentominos here. This one's got 7. This one's got 7. This one's also got 7. And then we've got some large ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 up here. This one looks like it's 14, I think. I'm not going to count that. Two of them are kind of like linear shapes. The rest are all more blobby. Could we... No, I was thinking, could we place 2 stars in all of them, because we've got a number 2 here. Maybe place 2 or up to 2 stars in them, and then try to make them all not have 2 by 2 squares, like to be kind of like linear paths, but don't think that's possible. We can certainly play. I feel like the appearance of the stars does make it feel like we probably don't want lots of stars, right? Like shaded cells feels like they're a lot less messy when you're filling in large areas. So I feel like maybe this suggests that we don't fill in very many cells at all. Can we position 2 stars in all of them such that... Oh, wait a minute, how many shapes have we got? 1, 2... Take stars a bit again. Oh, we don't have a clear button either anymore. Oh, no, it's the clear button's up there. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 shapes. And it's a 10 by 10 grid. Maybe we have an 8 queens type of puzzle here. So like maybe it's like maybe we want a star in every row and star in every column. Is it possible to put a star in every row and column? What would the 2 mean then? Why would it say 2? Does that mean we have 2 stars in every row and column? And maybe and box maybe? If that were the case, how would we achieve that? Or actually, if... Yeah, let's go with that. Let's say that this tent is telling us that we want 2 stars in every box, and let's imagine that we have Oh no, we could. Oh, that's. Oh, I was like, oh, that's gonna be easy. And I was like, no, no, that's really hard. That's really hard. I was thinking, um, oh, if we've got to fit two in every shape, then we could start off by saying like, oh, well, in that case, we know that we need to put one here because once we've used up this column, we have to go into here. But if it's two in every row shape column, then it would then you could just have them like that, and that wouldn't necessarily be a problem. I mean, we could imagine yet another imaginary rule. We could imagine there's also a rule that within any one shape, you can only have one in a row or column. I suspect that's probably pushing it a bit. If we imagined that were the case, if we imagined that were the case, then we would know that there would have to be stars here and here. But then what would we do with those? Because even then, you need to have a second star in order to. I don't think that's worth pursuing until we know some rules. So what should our first guess be? I think. Do we want to do something like we put two stars in half of them, one star in half of them? Maybe we have try to have some rows with two stars, some rows with one star, some rows with three stars, something like that. So let's have this one can be let's test with 2 stars. This one's got 2 stars. Let's put one down here. Let's put one more in this column. Let's put one here. Let's have one here, one here, one here, one here. We can't have nowhere else in this one that can do just one, so one here. So what are we testing? We're not putting anything in this either. We want 2 in at least some other shape. No, we've got enough shapes with 2. Okay, how about this? What's this? What are we testing by this? We're testing having 2 stars. Oh, let's test both 2 stars next to each other and actually let's change that to that. Okay. Things that we're testing. We're testing 2 stars in the same column in the same shape. We are testing 3 stars in the same column. We're testing 2 stars adjacent to each other in the same shape. Testing 2 stars in the same shape, not in the same line or column. We've got various shapes with 1 star. In fact, most of our shapes have 1 star. Maybe we should have, and we've got one shape that has got no stars. I guess that is also useful to do. We've got a column with nothing in it. We've got 2 columns with nothing in it. Yeah, let's see what we get out of this. Breaks the red rule, the orange rule, and the yellow rule. So the red rule. Okay, so the red rule might be for adjacency. I think. Yeah, I think the red rule is touching or diagonally touching. Because these ones are diagonally touching, these are diagonally touching, these are adjacent touching. It's not just being in a diagonal line from them or a straight line, because these ones are in a diagonal line and these ones are in a straight line. So that's what I think the red rule is. The orange rule The orange rule is that there need to be 2 stars in every cage, every box. The yellow rule is that there need to be 2 stars in every row and column. Okay. Okay. So, knowing what we know now, let's write these down. Let's go to Inkscape. We will copy this. We are on Scriddle 23. And let's also copy. So we know there are at least 3 rules. So we'll copy these and blank them out. So red rule is no 2 stars next to each other orthogonally or diagonally. Orange orange is must be two stars starts in every room. And we think yellow is 2 stars in every row or column, I think. Oh, wait. Let me just check what's going on here. Why are these ones? So I think it's it's highlighting bad rows and bad columns, and we were just fortuitous enough. Well, I guess as long as we've got at least 1 good row and 1 good column, then we're okay. I think that's that. Right. Certainly enough to work with. 2 stars in every row and every column. Okay, that's what we think the rules are. Let's see if we can fulfill those rules. So let's clear. So with these tight little shapes in the middle, what do we know? So we know we couldn't put a star here because it would stop us from putting the 2nd star in this shape. So we can mark that cell off. But we can't rule out any of the other cells in here. We could use the same logic for here. We can't put a star in that cell. So if we have a star here, then we could have a star here or a star here. If we have a star here, then we have to have a star here. Star here requires a star here, and a star here requires either of those 2. But there's not really much that we can reason from that. Up here, we can have like that. We can have like that. Oh no, these are awfully close to each other. So can we say that there has to be a star in one of these 2? I think we can say that one of these 2 must have a star, right? Because if neither, at least one of these 2 has a star. Therefore, we can't put stars here or here. And that should be enough to. That means that we have to have a star here and a star here. And now we can put markers around these. Okay, we've got a foothold. We've got a foothold here. So now here, we need to have a star here, but we don't know whether the star's here or here yet. But we can put markers around for those. That means we have to put our stars here and here for that one. Can't put a star here, so they have to go here and here. And we can put markers around all of these. We have put 2 stars in some rows and columns, so we can mark out those. Let's see. Alright, so now we know that that one has to go there. We can mark out some more adjacent to it. And mark out those ones as well. Oh, we've done something wrong. We've got something wrong here. No, I'm just being foolish. I was like, oh, we need to fit 2 stars in here. No, we need to fit 1 star in here and one of these two to satisfy this row. What else? We need to fit. Oh, so the fact that there's a star in one of these two means that we can rule out both of these. Yep. And so that gives us a similar logic here. There must be a star in one of these two. And so we can rule out both of those. We can't rule out this one because the star might be here. We can probably do similar logic on some columns. Oh, we're not. We can rule that one out because we've already got our 2 there. So this column has to. Oh yeah, no, we know it must be one of those 2. Are there any shapes that are close to... This shape is close to full, so we know we must... So we've got a star in one of these 2, and we must have our star here. So we can put that in there. This shape is actually close to full, even though it's kind of in the corner. I think we have to have a star here. If we didn't have a star here, then we wouldn't have enough space to fit 2 stars in there. So there must be a star there, and the other star goes in one of these 2. Similar logic here. We've got this 5 square shape here. We have to have a star in here because there's no other way to fit 2 stars up here. That's got 2 stars in this row, so we can rule out those. What else? What else? So we know I've got a star on one of these 2. We know we have a star on one of those 2. Therefore, yeah, we can't, because there's a star here, there cannot be a star over here because that would make our quota of 2 stars for the top row. So we'll mark that one off, and that leaves us, we must have a star here. Now we have 2 stars in this column and this row, so we can mark off that, and we can mark off that. Now, what can we say about this? Oh, we know that there must be a star up here, so there also can't be a star here. So now we've got 2 places left for the star. We've got one of these 2 cells, and we've got this cell. So this cell must be a star. We can mark those off. Let's see. Oh, we can mark off this because we've got 2 stars in this row. So we've got, we know one of these 2. We know one of these 2. We know one of these 2. Oh wait, no, hold on. We've got 2 stars in this column. We can mark that off, so that must be one. And then now we've got 2 stars in this column. We can mark off that one. So we've got one of these 3. And only one of these 3 because we've got the star up here. So therefore the other star in this room down here must be down here. What have we got here? So this room here has only got 5 spaces left. Similar logic to we had other places here. We have to put a star here. If we don't put a star here, we can't fit 2 stars in the remaining 5 spaces. So mark those off. At this point, we've got 2 stars in the bottom row, so we can mark those off. That leaves 1 place left here, so we put this star in. We've only got one other space left here for our remaining star in that column, so we can put that in and mark that off. We've only got one place left for the star in this column, so that goes there. That marks that off. We're not quite done. We need one more star in this column. It can't be in this row because we already got 2 stars for that row. It must go here. Okay, I think this is our solution. Hurrah! Okay, we could have been a bit faster, but I think that was pretty good. That was fun. I liked that one. Yeah, that's the video. Thank you very much. I will keep trying to do one of these a day. Although sometimes I might fall a bit behind. But yeah, I'll try to get all the rest of them uploaded through the rest of the. So I think we have up to. I think we're gonna have 31 Scriddles total. I think we're finishing on January the 8th or 9th, something like that. So yeah, look forward to it. Bye.